Dr. Platt's PA, and today we're going to be doing some Dysport in Chelsea's forehead. Thank you, Chelsea. So I like to draw people's muscles out just so you can see where we do it, why we do it. I want it to make sense. I don't want people to just come in and start injecting. I personally like to draw muscles out. So we're going to start by drawing her muscles out. I'm going to have her kind of put this mirror right in front of me so I can watch her as she watches herself. Perfect. I'm frowning real hard for me. This is her glabella, and you can kind of see that shape all along in there, and that's exactly where. Keep frowning. Perfect. You didn't take out the garbage. Awesome. And then I'm going to find her frontal bone. Go all the way around there. So there's no need to inject further than there because I'm not trying to target any of those muscles. So I'm going to cut her forehead in half. And I'll show you why. And look right up at my forehead. Let's find those mid-pupillary lines. So it's great for Chelsea because her glabella does not go into this lovely square that we call the no-go zone. Because if I inject in there, I will drop her eyebrow and we get the Groupon eye. So we want to keep her eyebrows up, nice and arched. And I'm going to draw right where her glabella, where I'm going to inject it right in there. Probably where the strongest belly of the muscle is, and stay away from that square. So if I inject right up here, I'm going to go up the top of her forehead. This is going to raise her eyebrows up. Wait, raise up real high. I don't need to go that high. That's going to bring her eyebrow up. This is going to bring it down so she has a nice arch because we don't want her to have a Spock eye. And that one's going to bring it up, and that one's going to bring it down. And then mellow out those muscles in the middle. Small or big, these are going to hit hard. So I may do 1, 2, or 3, just depending on how strong that muscle is. We're going to do 2. Not bad. And then we're ready. Questions, comments, concerns, any problems with where you think we're doing it? Oh, I'm going to take a little bit of alcohol, just dab around. So we do want to be clean. We do. And then we're about ready to inject. The needle that we use, it's going to be like an insulin syringe. The needle that you go and get an IV with, it's going to be about this big. So this should be totally painless. Maybe a little tiny stick. But at least I'll give you a warning. I'm coming to stick you. Let's start with the eyes. It seems to hurt the worst. You ready? So there's 2 different ways to inject. You can either pinch the skin up so it doesn't hurt as bad, or you can spread the skin nice and thin. Make sure I'm not going to hit a blood vessel. I personally don't want to bruise on my forehead for a week and a half, so I'm going to put the skin really tight, make sure there's no little blood vessels there. And ouch, 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 ready? Okay? Mm-hmm. How bad was it? Not bad at all. Yay. Next one. 1, 2, 3, ouch. Awful? Nope. Yay. Oop, I'll go the other way. So there's Botox and Dysport. Today we are doing Dysport. Dysport's been around in Europe actually longer than Botox has been around. I personally like, sorry, I didn't warn you. I personally like Dysport better because we are a generation of instant gratification. If I know what I want it yesterday. I don't want to wait around for it. So that's why I like Dysport. It's going to start working around 3 days-ish. Botox is going to take about 2 weeks. That's why we're doing this. If you were a first timer, I would say do Botox. Hands down, that's going to be your best friend. So you can get used to it. And ouch. Okay. Mm-hmm. No. See, that's why we spread the skin, because I don't want to bruise you, so I'm going to put a whole lot of pressure on there, and then she won't get a bruise. But I missed the big vein to the left and to the right, and I'm hit, I guess, a teeny tiny one. Congratulations, first bruise of the week, and it's gone. 1, 2, 3, ouch. All right, 1 syringe down. You doing okay?
Doing fine.
Yay. Ready? Ouch.
Nan, can I come in?
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So this is glabellus. We're going to put the majority of this because it's the muscle that moves the most. Done. So I'm going to wipe her off and she'll be ready to go. Oh, now I'm done wiping her off. Unless you want to wear these white marks. They're gorgeous. I'd love to wear them home. And the only thing she might have are little tiny bumps that you can barely see, and they'll be gone in 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
By the time you walk out, they're gone. Questions, comments, concerns? Perfect. Yay. Yay. All right, I'm done.